Hello and welcome. We're just going to say hello in person before we get started in the webinar this evening. Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name's Mike, everyone. I'm going to be chatting to you guys tonight about a few interesting topics and the 5 hidden secrets about choosing a yoga teacher training.
And my name's Susanna, and some people like to call me Saz as well. So tonight, once we go through the webinar, we do have the chat box, which is on the right-hand side of your bar there, so you can chat away when we ask you some questions. And further to that, Mike also later on tonight will be doing a poll, so asking another question as well and see what results we get.
And remember, at the end, we've got an amazing offer for everyone, so make sure you stay tuned in as well. So let's get into the webinar, and we'll be chatting again in just a moment.
So a bit of background about us before we get started into the webinar. So Mike and I, we are the founders of Peak Physique Hot Yoga, and we have studios all over Australia and soon to be opening another 3 as we speak. So we have many opportunities here for teachers wanting to become teachers of our studios and even business owners as well. We've taught over thousands of students all around the world, and we've actually also trained over 167 graduates from our Master Yoga Certification, which is our 200-hour teacher training course. Now, in our training, we've incorporated many of our yoga trainings and life training learning skills and education into our training program. And this is what we do best, and this is what we love, and that's why we're here tonight. So just a couple of fun facts about us. We have 1 kid. He's not really a kid, he's our puppy, and his name's Tuko, and he's always a bit of a naughty boy. Myself, I really enjoy cooking. It's one of my favorite pastimes, especially healthy Ayurvedic meals. And Mike himself loves motorbiking, so much so he actually taught me how to ride a motorbike.
So it's really our passion to help others to live a more healthier lifestyle. So to do the things that you want to do, just as we have done over the years as well, and to break out of the normal and to be able to help others, to inspire others to do more with their lives. And that's what we're all about, and that's what we like to pass on to others as well. So with our yoga that we teach, it's not like other trainings or other studios as well. And you might find there is quite a bit difference there. And it's all about not the physical, but the mental side or benefits that come with yoga. So it's all about how we feel inside and what we're doing with ourselves, with our thoughts, in order to see what actions we then prove.
We often have clients telling us how it's not just about the physical practice and how they're looking physically, but it's actually how we're making them feel inside, which is pretty cool.
And one of the biggest things we always strive for is excellence. Is to be able to guide you, to show you exactly the way in terms of being able to offer what you've learned to others out there in the community. And it's about our inspiration that we find inside of us that's built us, and to sharing it with others and giving others to increase and to fulfill those benefits as well. So how many of you in the room tonight have seen incredible benefits from practicing yoga? You can chat it, you can pop it in your chat box. Who of you have experienced amazing benefits in yoga? So why are you doing that? Some of the benefits that I've received personally have been increased blood flow, better sleeping at night, more focus, more determination, better diet, better choices. So I tend to make better choices when I'm practicing yoga. So again, the mindset and physical being toned, trimmed, and actually being able to move. So that's my biggest thing. Being able to move, being able to take a t-shirt off, being able to bend down, tie my shoelaces without ease, and be able to ultimately always stand on one foot. As weird as it sounds, but standing on one foot for so many is so difficult. So for me, that's probably some of the biggest things that I've learned, and I know Susanna.
Mm-hmm. So for me, well, when I first started yoga, it was definitely weight loss, toning of the body. And in time, I also saw the mental benefits that it was having. So it allowed me to really feel more focused and to be able to be more self-aware with myself, really. So it's been an absolute journey, and it's so great that with yoga as well, it's allowed me to be able to have better relationships as well with family, friends, and everything else. Yeah.
And I suppose with some of the things that we've seen with students as well, we've had students come in that have had rheumatoid arthritis, and there's a few podcasts if you want to have a listen on there as well. And a lot of students that come through with feedback on sleeping better. So how many of you would love to sleep better? I mean, it's such a simple thing, you think, but there's so many people out there that are struggling with sleeping. So some of the biggest benefits are a better sleep, more of a deep sleep. So when you wake up in the mornings, you've got energy. You feel like you've actually slept. So these are massive things that we've seen from a lot of others, and what we always strive to assist with our teacher training to be able to get them to understand further in more detail so that you can pass this on to others as well.
Okay, so let's get into our tips. So we have tip number 1. So most yoga teacher trainers are only trained in one style of yoga and trained only in yoga, so no other education at all. And another point as well to make is that some trainers as well are trained by people from only in one origin, so hence only one part of the world, so only having one understanding from one culture view as well. So Mike and I, we have a bit of an obsession, I must confess. We have an obsession with growing and learning. We have a passion to lead healthier lifestyle and doing the things that we want to do. This is something that we find is very, very important. We've actually been trained from all parts of the world, starting here in Australia. We've also had trainings in Italy. We've been trained in Costa Rica, from the US, Bali, and also Mexico. So you can see that yoga has given us a lot more freedom and flexibility to be able to, for example, travel and teach, but also for us to be able to learn and educate ourselves during our travels. So just a bit of background as well. We have very specialization in inversion training, vinyasa, hatha style, hot yoga. We're actually acro vinyasa certified teachers. We've had training in yin, modification training as well. So this is really cool because we're able to then bring in a touch of a little bit of everything into our 200-hour training. So our education broadens from yoga with self-development, for example, and also leadership courses. So this is something as well that we're very, very passionate about, is about how to be able to create a more happier, sustainable, and healthier lifestyle with yoga. So we've actually been trained from and with Tony Robbins, doing his Date with Destiny course, for example. So I have a question if you guys would like to write in the chat box. My question is, who here would like to know how to live more healthier? Another question I have is, would it be nice to improve your health? So I've got a few chatting in here away saying yes, definitely love to live more healthier. And then a few others as well mentioning wanting more improved health in life. So that's awesome to hear and see. So Ayurveda, what is it? Ayurveda is learning about how to be able to incorporate a healthier, balanced life incorporated into yoga. So we do this within our teacher training as well. So just imagine being able to become more healthier, and just imagine having yoga teaching to be able to keep you accountable for your health and get paid for it even.
So number 2, we've got look into how the yoga philosophy is taught at yoga teacher trainings. So this is one of Susanna's most favorite parts of our Master Yoga certification. So you always want to know what is actually being taught when you're looking at doing a teacher training, because this can vary dramatically. And it's always good to ask questions and look into details in terms of what you're going to be putting yourself into, because it will make a difference to what skills you have when you leave. Now, I've been through this, and so has Susanna. So this is a tip that we want to share, and how and what we do to cover this in our teacher training.
So one of the things that I want to point out here is, why is it difficult to understand? So ancient philosophies, backing right back from 1,000 years ago, is where yoga was actually created. And the learnings originated in another language even, called Sanskrit. So that's an Indian style language. So you can imagine here the difficulty of the translation from Sanskrit into English, and what really was just, I guess, transcribing, and what was really the meanings. So for a lot of students or trainees, it can actually be quite overwhelming due to the amount of information there is to know, because there is so much. As you can imagine, it's been thousands of years of learnings here. So that can actually create trainees to feel a little stressed, especially when you're feeling unsure about what it is that you're learning. So if it's not clear, and if the trainer who is teaching you isn't clear exactly about what it is that you're learning in order to pass on to you, then it can put immense pressure on yourself, and that feeling of pressure and stress can cause you to feel as though, oh, am I going to pass? This is getting too much. So due to the nature of the philosophies being created over centuries ago, you can imagine that the learnings back from ancient times also today can be quite irrelevant. So, for example, in today's world, we have mobile phones, we have television, we're all high tech. I'm guessing that a lot of you out there as well probably spend quite a bit of time on your phone or on social media, and sometimes we don't even quite want to be spending that amount of time on there. So you can imagine, when we're learning about the yoga philosophies back in ancient times, well, how can we make that relevant to today's society? So you can understand that if it's not relevant to today, then you can find there may be a sense of boredom, or you're not quite understanding what the text means. So our learnings are all translated into examples of today's world. So at our 200-hour teacher training, we utilize the ancient learnings from the philosophies back thousands of years ago, and we translate it into a way with examples on how we can utilize it in today's society. So we do this through giving examples and telling stories, and also having open discussions with our students to make sure that we all have a very clear understanding about what it is that we're actually learning.
Now, the reason why we speak about this particularly is because one of the experiences that I had at my teacher training, my original one, was when I went there, I didn't know much really about yoga. I was very fresh, very new to yoga indeed. I'd only been practicing for a couple of weeks. So I was very inexperienced and I was a beginner. So I went there, and all of a sudden philosophy came as a subject, and you could imagine I was absolutely didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. And I really had to discover and do further learnings after my training to be able to understand what they were talking about in relevant age and days. So it was difficult for me at the beginning, and here we want to really eliminate that so that it's simple for you right now. When you graduate, you have a very clear understanding on the philosophy because it's amazing. It has so much to offer, so much to teach you about the different ways that you can live and the happier life that you can have as well.
So we really do give you the support and we give you the guidance so that you feel very, very comfortable and also very confident in what it is that you're actually learning. So the best part about this is that it allows us to really have fun whilst we're learning. So we utilize different games, we utilize different exercises, real life scenarios on, for example, positive emotions, and how we can then have a better state. So, for example, positive state. I'm just going to touch on this for one moment, just to give you a bit more information and a bit more understanding about what it is that we're learning here. So, would you agree, would it be nice to be able to easily access more happiness and confidence in life? So here you can just give us a nod or you can chat away in the chat box as well. So a positive state, what is that? And what is a positive emotion? So that can be anything from happiness, confidence. Maybe it's about having a bit more patience in life. Maybe your kids are driving you crazy and you would like to have a bit more patience with them. Maybe it's about being at peace with yourself or having a bit more gratitude or kindness. Maybe excitement or energy. So whatever that positive state is, just take a moment here to think about it. So if you're in reach of a pen or a pad, here you can just take a moment to write down what positive state would you like to have more of or access more easily. So you can write it down just on a piece of paper, or you can even chat it away to us if you like, or write down on Word document on your computer. So just take the time here to write down what it is that you'd like to have more of. What would you like to have more of, Mike?
More excitement. I love excitement. So excitement is an amazing state, and it gets me excited.
So I think I might go with happiness tonight.
Happiness is cool.
So just for a moment, we're going to run through a bit of an exercise right here in the webinar. So take a moment to get nice and comfortable in your seat if you're sitting down, or if you're standing up, and just sucking in your belly here, really squeezing it in and drawing your shoulders back. And just take a deep inhale here through the nose. And exhale through the nose. So here as we're sitting up really tall and strong in our posture, we're focusing on having more happiness, having more confidence in our life, or like Mike said, excitement. Maybe feeling a bit more bubbly or having some more kindness. Whatever state it is that you'd like to have more of, that's perfect for you. So here you can really close over the eyes and just allow yourself to access that state. If you need a bit more assistance to get that state, you can maybe go back to a time in your life where you can remember that feeling. How did you feel? What was it that you were saying to yourself? This is awesome. I'm loving life. I can't believe I just did that. So take a moment here to really build in more confidence, more happiness. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And you can open up the eyes. How did that feel? So being masters in teaching, both Mike at university, he's done a Bachelor of Oral Health, and then myself, having a lot of experience in netball, tennis coaching, English tutoring, and Mike, he was doing tutoring at university as well. So these teaching skills have allowed us to really develop as master trainers. And not only that, obviously, all of our yoga experience allows us to be able to teach you in many different ways so you can really understand everything that we're teaching and showing you. We ensure each and every one of you passes in our certification. So really take the time out one-on-one with you to ensure you have that confidence, and we make the learnings so easy for you and so simple for you to make sure that you pass with ease. So we guarantee that you will be more happier, you will have more confidence, and you will be very excited to be able to graduate with us.
So tip number 3, so find out where the training venue is held. So there's often many trainings that are held overseas and, in Bali, in the US, and a lot of these trainings a lot of the times can be quite costly. And the reason for it is because over there is a high cost for a lot of these things. And what you tend to see is it's around about the $5,000 to $6,000, even $7,000 to complete a yoga training. So there's something always to think about. And the reason why I say this is because of the experience that we had ourselves. So it's about when we were doing more education, so when we were doing our inversions and our acro yoga, and we did it in Bali. So with that, we always want to grow and develop, and every year we're always doing different things. If it's not yoga, it's something else. If it's this, it's that, and it's always building and growing, because if we're not growing, I say that we're dying. So we always want to further feed ourselves, our brain, with education. So who here in the last month has done further education in anything? Just have a think about it. In further education, so you've learned something, education, and got a certificate in the last month. And I want you to think back to the last 3 months. And think back to the last 6 months if you've done some further education. And then you can take it back to a year. And some of you might want to take it back even further to see when was the last time that you did something for yourself, something for you to learn, something for you to develop in terms of a new skill that's been educated. So who here would love to learn more? Who here would love to develop and grow more as a person as well? And this is what we do all the time. We're always growing. So I take you back to the story with Bali. So our training overseas. So did everyone remember when those volcanoes were going off in Bali? Did everyone remember that? All those flights got grounded and there was a bit of chaos and all of that. Well, unfortunately, we got stuck in that whole rigmarole when we were going to Bali to do one of our trainings. So it all starts off where we live an hour and a half from the airport in Brisbane. So I'm driving and I'm always pretty on time when I'm going to things. I like to really time it out.
No, you're not.
She's I don't think I'm always late, but I think I'm always on time. I always make it on time.
Yeah, just on time.
So we're driving to the airport and we're flying with Jetstar to head to Bali. Now, at that time, we get probably about 10 minutes away from the airport and Susanna gets a text message saying that the flight has been cancelled.
So we live about an hour and a half away from the airport and we are running late. So I am stressing that we're not going to make our flight in time to get there.
So at the time, we're thinking, oh no, can we make it? Can we not make it? What are we going to do? Jetstar seemed like they were the only ones that had grounded their flight. So we had a look into the terms and conditions of the training. We said, okay, well, let's email them and say what's happened and hopefully we can get our money back. Because at that time, we thought if we don't leave, well, we're kind of set and that's it. And we get an email back straight away. They knew what was going on. They said, look, we can't give the money back. It's non-refundable. And maybe you can do a training at a different date. Now, the thing is that Susanna and myself run 6 different companies. So our time and where we organize ourselves is very scheduled in terms of what we do and don't do. So we had set this time aside specifically to do the training. So we're just like, oh no, we need to do it now. We need to decide, make a decision, say, no, we need to do this. Let's do it. Let's find another way. There's always another way to be able to get there. So Susanna gets away. She's on the internet. She's searching, and she finds that Singapore Airlines are still flying out of Australia, and they're flying into Singapore, and then there's a flight still going into Bali. So we thought, awesome, perfect. We had booked another set of flights. So we had out of our own money again, book those flights just to commit. And we get on the plane. It left that night. So we're hanging around the airport. We get on the plane and it goes to Singapore. We arrive at Singapore at like 6 a.m. And guess what? We get there and they said, the airport now is completely closed to every airline that is coming into Bali. So the whole airport was shut down. So all of a sudden now we weren't stuck in Australia at our home. We were now stuck in Bali, and it was horrific. We're at the airport. We're waiting around. It was crazy. In the end, the airline says, look, you've been waiting all day. No flights are going. We don't know what's going on. The volcano seems to be getting worse. So we'll put you in a hotel. So they pop us in this crappy hotel. It was absolutely shocking. And we're hanging around, and a day goes by, and we're speaking to...
And then all flights were cancelled from any country into Bali.
So we're waiting around, and we're going, okay, when's this going to leave? What's going to happen here? So we started to question it. We're starting to think, maybe we shouldn't go. Maybe we shouldn't. To be honest, we were beginners in acro. We had not really done acro that much at all. We were going over to do a teacher training in it, to become a teacher of it. So we're thinking, maybe I'm not strong enough to do it because I've got to hold Susanna up with my legs. I'm thinking, maybe I can't do that. Maybe we should just not go. I think that's it. Don't worry about it. We've already missed a day at this stage, and how we're going to catch up, and we're going to be behind, and all these things started going through my head. And I suppose it was just fear setting in. And, has anyone here ever had the chance, the opportunity where you've had fear that stopped you from being able to do something that you really wanted to do? When fear sets in and it doesn't allow you to explore and to grow. And that's pretty much what was happening right now. So I started questioning. I'm saying, let's not worry about it. Let's just go on a holiday. I said, Susanna, let's go book. We'll fly to some island, tropical island around near Singapore, and we'll just have a holiday out of it. We've taken the time. Let's make the most out of it.
Whereas I said, no, let's just go home.
So even Susanna, she's like, no, let's go home. I said, okay, let's not do anything drastic. Let's wait another day and see what happens. So we did. We waited another day and to make our choice of, is it going to be a holiday, or are we going to fly all this way and then just go back home? So the day goes by, we're getting ready, having a shower, and the phone rings at the hotel. Susanna runs out, wet hair, answers the phone, and hello, and it's Singapore Airlines. And the airport has just opened, they tell us, and we've got a plane on the tarmac, which is basically we're ringing up people to come in, and it's filling up. And as it fills up, it's just going to take off. So you either will make this flight or you're going to have to wait till tonight. So we had to get there. So we're literally drying ourselves off, chucking everything in the suitcase and get everything done. And we're like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're committing. We're going. We can do this. So we get everything, get in a taxi, get to the airport, we check in, and we literally get escorted through the gates, and we get on the plane, and I look on the plane, it's pretty much nearly full already. Now wait about 5 more minutes, and they're like, okay, we're done, no more waiting, because there've been people waiting on this plane since early morning, so they've been on there for hours waiting for this plane to fill up. So they were ready to go. They had their last numbers. They said, we're off, and we took off. We got off the tarmac in Singapore, and we landed in Bali. Now, we were 2 days behind the training when we got to Bali as well. We were behind, and these were the things that were setting in, the fear factor that was coming and what we had to overcome, and we had to catch up to really make that difference as well, because we had invested in ourselves to be able to grow at the same time. So we get to the training and we catch up, and it was absolutely unbelievable. We had an amazing time. Unfortunately, there was a few people that did get food poisoning, or what we call barley belly, at the same time. But again, it was that inconvenience of what had happened. That whole journey in terms of going overseas was really, it made things difficult. And, and that's the biggest reason why what we've learned from our experience is to make it convenient in Australia. To make it convenient in Australia, where we know what we're dealing with, the environment is amazing, the food is fantastic, and it's an amazing environment to be educated in as well. So it's fantastic to be able to incorporate all your yoga, your life skills. There's food skills, there's health skills, and all the self-development in here as well to become a fitter, healthier you. And that's why we have done our 9 days consecutive in Noosa with the other part 1 dates in every city to make it convenient, to make it easy and accessible for that as well. So with our training as well is 9 days, you will leave our training being completely confident, experienced, and ready to take on the world, for yourself, for your own self, or to help others as well. So to be able to inspire others, to be able to help their lives to become fitter, to become healthier, because once it's a part of you, there's no turning back. It's that journey that you begin, that journey of new beginnings, new beliefs, new understandings. And once you go there, once your eyes are open to it, I promise you, I guarantee that you will be so ever thankful, and you'll be absolutely loving the experience just like all the others have over the years. There are over the 167 students that we've trained to really be able to change other people's lives as well. On top of Noosa, the amazing reason why we're here is the amazing beach. Has anyone here seen Laguna Bay? That's Noosa Main Beach. If you haven't seen it, wow, you're missing out. Every morning, we get to start our training off by doing sun salutations on the beach and meditation. I mean, have a think about that. Imagine yourself on Noosa Main Beach doing yoga and then meditating. It's unbelievable. It's an experience that you would never forget. And it's just a walk down from where we're holding the venue. So we stroll down all together. And in Noosa, there's all different varieties and budgets for hotels. So we've got $10 a night. We've got some at $150, some at $200. It's a variation with different styles to be able to offer to everyone. And the best thing is it's all walking distance from the shops, from the supermarkets. There's organic supermarkets, there's the beaches, there's the parks, bars if you want to get out and have a night with all the new friends that you've made. So it's an amazing, unbelievable environment, and it's so calm and tranquil. And if you're in a city, especially, and you just want to get away and have that retreat style environment, then this definitely, you absolutely love it, and you definitely enjoy what it has to offer as well. So look at the location, look at the venues when you're doing a teacher training, look into it and understand exactly what you're getting yourself into. Don't be like us and get caught at an airport
in a different
country, waiting for a volcano to stop. So tip number 4. And this is an interesting one, where most trainers that teach yoga don't actually have a university degree in human biology. For us, myself, completing a degree in dental, so oral health, I have an extensive, proliferate detail of human biology. Now, this is a requirement for my university. Plus, I went on to tutor at Adelaide University as well, where I got to really fine-tune this knowledge and skills to be able to then teach it to others. So with this, it's important because if they can't explain to you in detail, breaking down poses and making it relevant to your body and what's happening, it's going to be pointless. You really need to understand this, because the detail that goes into human biology, whether you like it or not, is going to be what makes and differs an amazing teacher from just a good teacher. And this is the detail that we go in. And it's about really getting you to understand the organs and how those organs are communicating with one another. What's happening in the body, where we like to focus on weight loss. Flexibility. Why and how can we become more flexible? And why is it that 1 week I've seen students can't reach their leg or straighten their legs to the next week they can? So how is it that others move so much quicker through their practice and others don't? So all these questions get answered through the anatomy of the body, the facts of the body, and how we're constructed and how we're created into the beautiful beings that we are today. So what I also include in all of this is not just anatomy, but nutrition, foods, labels on foods. What are we eating? What are we putting in our stomachs? How is this affecting things? What's going to be the end outcome if I consume this? What if I consume that? Is my body the same as everyone else's body? So we start to understand the differences between each other and how certain foods are good for some but not good for others, or different exercises are good for some and not good for others. So finding what works for you is a big detail and a big benefit that we teach at our Master Yoga certification as well. So if you're looking to understand more in detail, please look into what degrees the Master Certified Teachers have. What do they offer? Plus more, plus more, plus more, plus more. This is the investment in you. And if I'm investing in myself, I always want to make sure that I'm going to get the most out of it. So if I'm looking to get someone to teach me, I want to make sure that I'm going to get and more all the way. So with Susanna, she also offers all of her skills in fitness and biology, from being a tennis coach, an English coach. She's done gymnastics. I've played all variety of different sports, and I can't wait to share them with you at our Master Yoga certification, where all that coaching experience comes into action, which allows you to learn and progress the quickest.
So we have here tip number 5. So discover who will be your master trainer. So here, often many yoga teacher trainings advertise the training by the head master. However, little do the participants realize that the master trainer will not be present at the training and instead may have assistants there. Hence then by having an assistant there at the training, you're not actually learning from the person who was originally advertised. So one question you might want to be thinking about is, again, what other qualifications do the trainers have as well? You only have extensive training in yoga. So you do want to make sure that you're looking at who the master trainer is at that training and what are their qualifications. Another point I'd really like to make is the personality. So you want to be finding out really who the master trainer is and what is their personality like. So you would want to obviously be learning from someone who's caring, someone who's nurturing, a really responsible person, someone who's kind as well, energetic, someone who has a bubbly, happy personality as well. And with their personality and what they believe in, are they committed with that in their everyday lifestyle as well? So 99% commitment and success rate we have with our trainees graduating. How awesome is that? Mike has many styles of yoga training, as mentioned previously, specializing in inversion training, acro, yin, hot yoga, and he has a Bachelor of Oral Health. For myself, I've been trained, specialized in hot yoga, Acro Vinyasa certified as well. Vinyasa, specializing in meditation. And further to this, I bring my Bachelor of Business. So this is an important subject as well. Sometimes you wouldn't think that business is an important subject to learn at a yoga teacher training, but I tell you what it is, because this will allow you to learn how to successfully earn money whilst you teach. And going further to that, giving you the skills and the strategies involved in running your own business, which is why, of course, we have our franchise as well, which may be something that you might be interested in at a later date. Further to our yoga training and our bachelors, we also have done many other trainings from self-development. Specifically, we are Masters of Neuro-Linguistic Training, which is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but neuro-linguistic is about NLP, which is connecting the focus of the consciousness of the mind and how we can incorporate that with the mind and body, and also how we develop and communicate with other people. We're masters in leadership, and we've also done dietary studies and furthered our education specifically with Ayurveda, which is the yogic learning. With personal development, as mentioned previously, when we were looking at emotional states, so those positive states when we were talking about happiness and confidence, this is something that we really focus on at our teacher training, and we want each and every one of our trainers to be able to understand how we can better self and how we can have a more fulfilled life. So that is created from understanding about states. So who here would love to live a more fulfilled life? I know I definitely love to.
always can become more and more fulfilled.
So I guess what we're saying is we just want you to make sure that you look at what type of skill set your trainers have, and we would hope that you don't look at just one. So one extra bonus that you would get with doing our teacher training is you're not only getting one trainer, you're actually getting two. And further to that, at our 200-hour teacher training, we actually have starred guest speakers and presenters. So they're able to give you an even more fulfilled training where they specialize in their fields and they get to share with you all of their secrets and education. So next we have is our frequently asked questions. So first of all, we often get the question asked, do I need to be flexible and fit?
Good question. So we get this one so often, and to be honest, the answer is no. You do not need to be flexible or fit, because you're going to get this during the training. And we'll share with you Kirsten, one of our ex-graduates who wasn't flexible, wasn't fit, and you'll be able to see what she has to say for herself, what she experienced as well. So it means you don't need to be, you will be in terms of that, because we also give you 3 months free practice at any Peak Physique studio as well. So this is going to assist you with the experience to gain it before you even come to us.
We often get asked, can I earn money? Well, of course you can. You get to earn money and you get paid for doing what you love. How awesome is that? So you can still be working in a full-time job, for example, and you can be doing yoga teaching on the side. So that yoga teaching can actually keep your health accountable and at the same time get paid for it. There's lots of different ways that you can earn money, and all of those ways is what we share with you at our 200-hour teacher training.
So where can I teach? Well, with yoga, the fastest growing industry in the world, you can teach anywhere. You can teach on the rooftop. You can teach in a park. You can teach in a hall. You can teach in a studio. You can teach with Peak Physique Hot Yoga as well. As we're growing, we've got so many opportunities to be able to give you and to be able to offer you, to be able to spread the word of giving back to others and inspiring them to live a happier life, inspiring them to do more with their life, inspiring them to be fit and healthy, and inspiring them to have more confidence.
What qualifications do I get? So you get your teaching qualification. So that means you are able to teach yoga anywhere. You can teach it in Australia, you can teach it overseas. You can teach with Peak Physique Hot Yoga, or you can teach externally as well.
So one of the biggest things and the opportunities we had with our teaching was to be able to teach overseas and get paid to stay in 5-star hotels. I mean, we got to literally live in Mexico and have our accommodation paid for us while we taught a class a day. I mean, who would love to be able to go to Mexico on the Caribbean oceans and live that kind of life? It's absolutely, the sky is the limit, and there is no limit. So can I pay off in installments? This is a question we get sometimes, and definitely we able to pay off in installments. It's just come to us and we can arrange something to help assist you even further to really make it work. One of the ones there is it registered with Yoga Alliance? So definitely we are registered with Yoga Alliance. With Peak Physique, we want to always maintain the credibility of what we have to offer and to add more value in terms of what we have to offer to the level that it really is. So we have Yoga Alliance because that gives you security and assurance that your certificate will be valid everywhere around the world.
Will you give a money back satisfaction guarantee? Absolutely. So we actually do. Unlike other trainings, we give you 100% money back if you are not satisfied and if you do not take something away learning from our training.
So you can come to me and say, Mike, I wasn't satisfied, I wasn't happy, this wasn't for me, and I'd be more than gladly to give you that money back. Dead set. And the reason why is because I know that everyone has something to grow and to give.
Can I do your training just for self? Of course you can. So we have many graduates who actually do the teacher training just to be able to learn more about yoga, or to even learn just more about self, especially because we have the self-development component as our elective. This is something that a lot of our graduates come to our training to do. So to better self, build more confidence, be more happy. But I can tell you, a lot of the graduates who did come for self end up teaching because that's how much they love it.
So enough of the talking, and I'm going to get someone to basically have a chat. And that was Kirsten, I promised you before, and Kirsten's going to see what she gained from it and how it absolutely transformed her life to where she is today and to what it has created and what she's received from completing our Master Yoga certification as well. So here's Kirsten, and I'll plug it on right now.
My name is Kirsten. I had really no experience with yoga prior to, I had 10 weeks experience of yoga. I saw Peak Physique studio and walked into it, and yeah, I decided I wanted to learn more about yoga. Purely my experience with Peak Physique and the instructors, and they were just great, and there were a few that really helped me along my journey. And I mean, it's a new journey, but it's a good journey. I learned who I was. I walked in, in part one, a very different person. I actually found Kirsten a better mum, a better wife, and yeah. Oh man, the laughter. Just having that human connection. You know, they're always there to support. And they push you. They push you into some uncomfortable, confronting parts of your life that you didn't need to know needed confronting. What have I seen? I've seen my posture's different. My poses are different. Everything, physical, mental, improvements, benefits, my health, my system, you know, that blood circulation and getting everything going. I'm far more aware of my body and the way it moves. It's stronger now. I can get into postures, I can do a push-up. Anyone can benefit from this training. Anyone. Someone who just wants a life change. Just do it. What are you waiting for? Just do it. And you can do it.
In summary, what will you gain from our Master Yoga certification? So first and foremost, more freedom, more flexibility to have and be able to do the things that you want. Self-confidence, which is a massive one. Have that self-confidence. How cool would it be to have more confidence to get up and do things and to have more confidence with your family, with your friends, with your workplace? Confidence is everything. So this is something we definitely want to build up. Health, body and mind. Health, body and mind is so important. So for us to be able to live a more fulfilled and longer life whilst having the flexibility and to be able to do things, again, that we want at an older age. Accountability to your yoga practice. So to make you accountable for being committed to yoga, your practice, your exercise routines so that you stay fit and healthy. Yoga and meditation skills is a huge one. To learn more yoga skills, more meditation skills, just like your life skills. So learning life skills, again, is going to really shape and get you to be able to really reach those limits and those skies that you want to be able to attend to and to be able to strive for as well. Meet new friends and become part of our family. And this is huge. And becoming part of our family means so much to us. And we do spend a lot of time together over this. So it is exciting to be in a fun, fantastic environment for that period of time. And it doesn't just stop there. It continues to go on afterwards as well. So do what you love and get paid for it. How many of you would love to do what you love and get paid for it? I mean, it's crazy. It's unheard of. How many people out there do you know that get paid to do what they love? New career to help others. That's the most important right here, is that you are helping others. You're doing something amazing for the community. You're giving back so, so much.
You're transforming people's lives.
And if you don't believe it, I can show you time and time again that you're absolutely changing and transforming people's lives. Investment opportunities that we have at Peak Physique, they're unlimited. There's so many opportunities that with us, with Susanna and myself, all you have to do is ask, and there'll be something there that will absolutely help and bring you to that next level as well. So what's your certification? What are the benefits here as well that are in there? We give you a detox package that's valued at $89. That's free for you when you sign up. And there's also the 3 months free yoga classes. Now that's valid at $500 and you get that included, everyone. The support, so the private Facebook. You've got the group consultations prior to the teacher training. You've got the private consultations. So this is on your progress. How are you going? What's happening? What have you been doing for the last X amount of months? And then there's the coaching discussions as well. So where you sit down with us on a phone call and you run through your yoga, maybe it's your business, maybe it's life mentoring, whatever that you're finding at that time you need a bit more assistance with, we're there to help you. We're there to hold your hand, not just for the training, but for further. So it's the and some, and some, and some. So he would love to be able to improve their health and continue to get paid for it or continue to do the things that you love. Because you did say that it would be nice, some of you, to get paid for what you love doing, didn't you? You did say that. So now it's time to really make a move and make a decision. Because you did agree that it would be nice to easily access more happiness in yourself. With Susanna going through that exercise and gaining and building more confidence. And didn't you say that you'd love to have that more opportunities? So take action with us and do what we do and do what we love and become part of the family and become part of the new growing sensation. So the investment to join is $4,200, and that's the full investment for this opportunity. However, we do have our early bird special on, which is $990 off the original price. It comes down to $3,300, and this does end in April. So please take opportunity of the early bird special. So for tonight, I did promise everyone today as well that there was going to be an absolute cracker of an offer, something that you cannot refuse, and something that is seriously one of the cheapest offers that we've done on our Master Yoga certification. And it's just because we want to be able to give back. We want you to experience what we have experienced. We want you to be able to inspire others, because the more of you that are out there, the more people are going to be inspired to live the life that they want, to have those opportunities, to be able to get up in the mornings and have energy, to be happy, to have a smile on their face. And that's $600 off we're going to give you tonight. The code is webinar. It's only valid for 24 hours. Now, this discount can't go to everyone that's listening in tonight. It can only go to the first 5. And the reason why I say that is because at this price, it's absolutely crazy. So I want to make sure everyone understands it's only the first 5, and it's for 24 hours only. So get on there. There's the code. Click on it. It brings the price down to $2,700. Use the code webinar in there. There's the link, everyone. Take a photo of the link. Stop procrastinating. This is a one-time only value, and it is an early bird special, and it will run out. So you've got 24 hours to get on this investment, really do something more with your life. Take that step, take that opportunity, and continue to grow. And always make sure that you're always investing in yourself, because you can always rely on yourself to be able to grow and make a difference as well. So get your certification, earn your money back 20, 10-fold, 100-fold from doing something that you love and getting paid for it. Just remember, there's a money back guarantee, because that's how confident I feel that you will absolutely love it and get something out of this plus more, just like all the other graduates, the 100 that we've trained, all those ones that have been through. Check out our testimonials. You will see for yourself what we have to offer is so much more than just the yoga course. There's so much here, and we'd love you to join us. There's the number on the screen. Take a photo of that as well. You can call us directly, write it down. If you've got any questions, we feel free to call and jump on this opportunity. Here are the schedules. We have a lot of dates to be able to offer, because our numbers are growing all the time. So we want to be able to offer it out to all Australians all around Australia. As we're growing in every state, we want to make sure that you have the opportunity, the accessibility to make it easy. Your growth made easy. There's part 1 date, so you can choose Brisbane, Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney, or Noosa Heads. And then you've got the part 2, so beautiful Peppers Retreat Resort, where you're intense with us day and night, working through building yourself, building your confidence, building your freedom and your flexibility to become a new you, a better you. So take on this opportunity. I encourage everyone, and I cannot wait to spend time with you. Seriously, cannot wait, because I absolutely love it. It's amazing to see the smiles and the changes on your faces from day 1 to the end. So take up the opportunity, take that step forward, everyone. And I cannot wait to see you there. And if you can't make these dates, just keep in mind that we have other dates for the second part of the year as well to be able to offer. So just ask through, and we can lock in the price that we've said to you tonight as well. Again, we have the payment plans. If you want to utilize and take advantage of that as well, please call us directly, and we'll be more than happy to work something out for you. Work something out for your situation. There's the link again. I've popped it back up there so you can see where you can go. Make a decision, take a step forward, and I cannot wait to spend the time with you. I cannot wait. And Susanna can't either, and all the guests that we have to offer all the world of wealth, knowledge, to be able to really take you to where you need to be and to where you belong. So I believe in you. It's time for you to believe in yourself. Take that step. I can't wait to see you. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
See ya.
Bye.